Hello everybody and welcome to Pokemon Infinite Fusion episode 3. I hope you enjoyed episode 2. We are finally able to take Brock out, and we're starting this episode with heading our way towards Cerulean City after leaving Pewter City. And just as a recap from last episode, we do have a Potato, the Nidoran Hoot Hoot, and Carrot, the Charmeleon Mankey. So let's go on and head our way towards Cerulean City. Upon leaving Cerulean City, we are stopped by a Professor Oak assistant. They show us a thing where an outbreak of wild Pokemon who have hidden abilities are going to be on this route. So essentially, hidden abilities are just better abilities in most cases, not in every case, of the Pokemon. So we come across a Spearow who has the hidden ability Sniper, and Sniper actually makes the crit moves of that Pokemon higher than they originally were going to be. Upon not finding any real Pokemon, we're just going to keep making our way towards Mount Moon, and we're just going to keep battling some of these trainers and just start working forward. Upon getting to Mount Moon, we do see that the nurse is over there looking at a Geodude, but going inside is what I was really interested in. So we walked in here, saw that the nurse definitely was not here. We talked to this trainer and obtained a Magikarp, in which I named him Seabass, because Seabass is a thing. He's got Careful Nature, Swift Swim, and Splash, you know, the usuals, but we really want that Magikarp for a possible Gyarados later down the road. So let's go over here and see what's going on with the nurse. Brock shows up and says that he's able to help with the Geodude's injuries, so that way the nurse can get back to what she was doing, and that we are given with the task to go and take out anyone who is bullying Pokemon inside of Mount Moon. Inside of Mount Moon, we do see that Team Rocket is up to their normal troubles, just like they are in every game. I don't know what is up with Team Rocket, but like they've been like super like interesting and scary all the way up until you got to Jesse and James, but you know, semantics. After going inside and seeing Team Rocket, we have to go back outside to talk to Brock, so that way we are able to get Rock Smash, so that way we can break the boulders and we can actually chase after Team Rocket. We decided to go ahead and teach Rock Smash in place of Low Kick to Carrot, because Rock Smash is just a tad better than Low Kick, at least for the amount of damage that it can do on average to the normal Pokemon. On our way in here, we see a Zushru, and that thing is terrifying. That's going to be a poison ground type, which is not bad, but like, dude, this thing is like creepy looking. While going through Mount Moon, Potato decides to evolve from the male Nidoran and the Hoot Hoot variant into the Nidohoot, which is going to be the Nidorino Hoot Hoot variant. While going around Mount Moon, we decided that we were going to go ahead and merge Bagel, the Geodude that we just caught, with Seabass, because a Gyarados Golem combination could be really interesting, given that it does not have any real weaknesses. So we want water rock, water ground. I don't know what we want here. I think we want this one right here. So we're gonna go ahead and fuse Geodude and Magikarp. That combination, oh my god. He looks so surprised. That is was it Maggie dude? Oh jeez. I love everything and hate everything, because his whiskers kind of look like tiny little legs. Like somebody totally just skipped, someone just totally skipped leg day. We'll keep this as Bagel. We'll keep Sturdy because it's just good. And I guess we'll take Careful because it'll make him a little bit tankier. So yeah, that is Bagel, our new addition to our group. As we head to the end of the Mount Moon encounters, we have a couple more rocket trainers that we have to take on. The first one here is going to send out a Rattata, so we're going to go ahead and lead Carrot and go directly for a Rock Smash to hopefully knock this one out. The next Pokemon she has coming in, I don't know, so we're going to go into Bagel to hopefully get some experience on him. Eventually, we do want him to become a... that face is just way too funny. So, Ekran. So this is going to be Ekans Nidoran. So let's hope oh wait, we don't have Mud Slap, so we're actually going to swap into Potato here and go for a Zen Headbutt, because he should be a poison type. So Potato comes out here, takes a double kick like a boss, because he is a poison type that does resist. That's not the right button. And we want to go ahead and click Zen Headbutt. Unfortunately, it does not knock it out in one hit, and the glare does come out, so we are now much slower. The bite unfortunately flinches us. The poison sting's unable to poison us, and the Zen Headbutt will take Ekran out. So Team Rocket has some kind of scheme going on here after we walk up the stairs. We kind of walk in on it. They have a Rattata, an Ekans, and a Sandshrew that they have loaded up into a machine. We are going to walk up here and have some kind of battle. I'm not really sure what to expect here. Okay, so we have to battle the scientist against his will, who has a robotic Pikachu, who just looks cool. Kofmer comes out, who it looks to be a coughing Grimer mix. So we're going to go for Fire Fang. We are able to take Kofmer out here with a Fire Fang, winning us that battle. After taking out the scientist, Team Rocket has a machine blow up where they freak out. We save the scientist, and he tells us to follow him all the way up here for some fossils. Of course, Kabuto is one of my favorite, but I have to go with Lord Helix, the god himself. After talking to the scientist and getting the fossil, I decide to run up the stairs a couple times. Have a couple of encounters that I just pretty much run away from because I don't really need to deal with them. Here on Route 4, we're able to start heading towards Cerulean City. I'm taking the long way around here, trying to see if there's any little sneaky bits, but there's not. Looks like we can actually go back into Mount Moon from here, which you usually can't do in the original games. Once getting into Cerulean City, I took a walk around. There's nothing really currently of interest, but we do have this nice little pop-up for our rival Blay. Or Blay was his name. So our rival Blay is here looking for a battle as soon as we enter Cerulean City. This is pretty typical of every game. He has a Nidodo? I don't know. Pidgeotto mixed with a Nidoran. I believe this is going to be a poison flying type, so we're going to go for our Rock Tomb here, but we'll lower his speed to about half, and the Whirlwind will take us out of the combat. The next Pokemon coming in will be our Potato. I think we should be able to go for a Zen Headbutt here and do quite a bit of damage. Blay goes for a Super Potion, which is very unfortunate for him, as it does give us more opportunities for a flinch, and we actually get a crit with our second Zen Headbutt here, taking him out. The next Pokemon coming out is a Mantata, which is going to be a Mankey Rattata mix, which should be a normal fighting type. So we're just gonna, I guess, go for a Rock Smash here and hope that it's not neutral. It is not, so we're able to do a good hit. And the Mantata is going to use a Seismic Toss, which is only going to do exactly 18 damage to me because he's level 18. And we're going to take it out with one more Rock Smash. The next Pokemon that Blaze is going to send out is Squirtsaur yet again. This one's a little bit more of a problem because I don't know how we're going to deal with it, so we're going to go right into Potato and use a couple of pecks as long as he does not get taken out. Squirtsaur is going to use Bite, which is going to do a pretty amount of high damage to us. We're going to go for a peck while the Squirtsaur goes for a takedown and actually is able to take us down. We're going to go for a Rock Smash because it's still stab damage and we can still get defense drops with it. Unfortunately, we get one defense drop so far late that Squirtsaur is able to take us out with a singular bite, and we're going to have to be forced to go into Bagel. Now, Bagel is definitely not in the opportunity to fight. We're just going to use a Rock Tomb so we can be taken out. Unfortunately, the bite doesn't take us out, and a Rock Tomb is able to take Squirtsaur out. Bagel wants to learn Magnitude, which could be a very interesting move. Blaze is going to use an Abra, which I don't know if is going to have any good moves to take us out. But we're going to go for another Rock Tomb. He goes for a Teleport. So Rock Tomb should be able to do a large amount of damage to this Abra. And he went for another Teleport, so we're going to use one more Rock Tomb to take the Abra out. That allows us to take Blay out, and we're going to have to go heal up before we take this bridge on. Alright, taking on the bridge is going to be the next fun part of our thing. We're going to be leading Bagel here because we want to try and get as much experience on him. Now he's level 15. Once he gets to the level 20, we're going to be able to evolve him into Gyarados, or the Gyarados variant instead of Magikarp. So the first Pokemon to come out is Weedle, who is just a normal bug poison. We're going to go for a Stab Rock Tomb to do as much damage as we possibly can and take the Weedle out. The next Pokemon this Pokemon sends out is a Georuss, which is just terrifying to look at. We're going to use for a Magnitude 6. Unfortunately, it does not do anything good, and he uses Absorb and almost takes us out. So instead, we're going to go into Carrot because he should be able to resist a majority of this damage. We're going to go for a Fire Fang and hope that it has any bug or grass aspect to it and take it out. The next Pokemon to come out is going to be Metabat, which I know for a fact is just going to be like a bug flying, and we will take that out easily with a Fire Fang. The next Pokemon after that is just a basic Kakuna, which definitely is not going to live a Fire Fang. The next female on the bridge is going to be Lass Alley, who's going to use an Abra. Now, if memory serves correct, this Abra is not very good. So we're going to use a couple of rock polishes to hopefully make Bagel faster than not just Abra, but the other Pokemon that she'll be able to use. And we're going to use a Rock Tomb. Now, the next Pokemon she goes out into is Pedro, which is Pidgeyspearow, which should be taken out quite quickly by a Rock Tomb. She goes out into Manish, which is going to be an Oddish Mankey mix, which I really can't do much here against. So Rock Tomb's not going to do enough. We're going to go for a Magnitude, and it is a Magnitude 9, which is just below the most amount of damage you can do, and have no problem taking that Manish out. The next Pokemon she throws out is, again, that Abra, so the Rock Tomb should have no problem taking that one out. The next Pokemon trainer is going to be Youngster Timmy, who's just got a simple Snake. We're going to misclick and hit Tackle instead of Magnitude, not allowing us to actually stay in, unfortunately, because of my misclick here. We're going to go into Potato and hopefully use a couple of Zen Headbutts to take the Ekans out. So the first Zen Headbutt is able to take the Ekans out, no problem. We are actually going to switch Pokemon back into Bagel, because again, I really want to try and keep him out as much as possible so we can get as much experience as possible to get him into the Gyarados Geodude mix. Now, Meowshrew comes out, so we're just going to go into, I guess, Carrot here and go for a Rock Smash. Meowshrew goes for a Magnitude 7, which is actually going to do a large amount of damage to Carrot. So we're going to go for a Rock Smash and just hope we can take him out. We do not, and his Magnitude is going to be an 8. Still going to take Carrot out, unfortunately. That's perfectly fine. We can go into Potato. Hindsight, I probably should have done Potato first. We're going to have no problem here clicking Double Kick to take the Meowshrew out. Trainer number 4 is going to be Lass Relly, who's going to have a Rattata. Rattata's not really a Pokemon I'm too concerned about, so we're just going to go to Carrot, like we usually do when we need to use fighting moves. The Rattata's going to use Hyper Fang, which is going to do a pretty good amount of chunk damage to us. We're going to use a Rock Tomb to do a ton of damage back to the Rattata. Next Pokemon she sends out is Cough Orb, so instead of staying with Carrot, we're going to go into Bagel and hope we can get a Magnitude off without him using Self-Destruct or something of that sort. Charge Beam comes out, which is going to do way too much damage and give him special attack boost. We're gonna go back into Carrot and hope that the special attack boost is not enough to take us out with another Charge Beam. It is not enough to take us out, and we're gonna go for a Fire Fang as a little bit of revenge damage, and it's a crit enough just to take him out. Fifth and second to last trainer is gonna be Camper Ethan, who's gonna have a Zuki, who is a Zubat Mankey mix, and we're gonna go into Potato for another Zen Headbutt to be able to take him out with his poison and fighting variants. So at the end of the bridge, we do have to face a Team Rocket member. He asks us if we want to join. I say no, even though I really want to. His name is Elvis. I guess he's got some blue suede shoes, and Ekans is going to come out here. Now, since Ekans is just a poison type, we have either the option of going with Magnitude or going for Zen Headbutt. I'm going to go for Magnitude to try and get more experience on Bagel. And this is going to be a Magnitude 7, which I don't think will take the Ekans out, but will do a pretty chunk. And we're going to get a Magnitude 9, which should do more than half. The next Pokemon that Elvis sends out is going to be Coughbat. We're actually going to go into Potato here. We're going to go for a Zen Headbutt here, be able to two-shot this Coughbat fairly good, and that'll be Coughbat and the Nugget Bridge challenge completed.